Welcome back, dear teachers. You're watching The Better Teacher. In this series, we will be exploring a lot of new things in terms of education. With me, I have G. Balasubramanian, the former director of academic CBSE. Sir, thanks again for joining us here today.
Thank you.
Sir, today the topic of discussion is participative leadership. So, I've heard a lot of people talking about it. Can you just tell us what it is, sir?
Well, the question is that leadership has got several facets, right? Dictatorial leadership, top-down leadership, so many types of leadership there. But then, for any system to work successfully, effectively, productively, we encourage participative leadership. Well, participative leadership is a leadership where the ownership of the organization, the institution, the process is shared between everyone in the organization, from the topmost person to the one who is in the last rung of the organizational architecture. That facilitates developing a shared vision. That helps in establishing certain responsibility and accountability in the system. Everyone feels, engaged, proud in participating and delivering the process for which they are working for. Therefore, I think participative leadership is a celebration of, the purpose jointly as a team, as a community.
I think it's correct. I think we've seen a lot of evolution in the kind of leadership today. I think from a stage where it was more authoritative, authoritarian, to a leadership where it's more participative, as you said. With that, do you think schools are moving towards participative leadership today?
Actually, the entire structure and framework of school is participative. Because when you talk of the learning process, right, unless otherwise everyone who is in the system, be it the management, be it the principal, be it the teachers, be it the students or the parents, unless otherwise everybody puts their hands and hearts and the head together, the effective learning might not happen. Lapse at one part and one point might create more problems in the discharge of the quality of learning. And therefore, I think they are very good examples of participative leadership.
Sir, in schools, now that the participative leadership is being inculcated, as you said, how do we create role models for children, sir, so that they can appreciate this kind of leadership?
I think the best role model is to make them the role models.
Okay.
Right? Unless otherwise you engage yourself as a team, as a group, as a community, and take responsibility for what has to be done, and know that even an aberration from anyone might cause inconvenience and discomfort to everyone, will make them responsible and accountable. And I think role models to me are self-role models.
Okay. Just extending the question, can you just give us an example of what a participative leader or leadership looks like in schools?
At this point of time, when you look at the school, you have a principal. The principal, the head of the institution, has multifarious work to do. She is responsible for admission, she is responsible for discipline, she is responsible for curriculum implementation, she is responsible for communication, she is responsible for branding, she is responsible for safety. So it's something like all in one. And I'm sure nobody can discharge that particular responsibility. So you have a second line. And the second line needs to be supported by a third line. Right? Everyone being given a specific responsibility, a specific authority, so that the cascade model of delivery of the concept could occur. And that percolates right down to the children, because even a learner has to take responsibility for his own learning. Parents, as supporters of the school system, have to take responsibility. So I mean, everyone is engaged with that. I think that's how it works in a school system.
Yes. So I think I've been lucky enough to have interacted with a lot of school educators and school leaders who've been, interacting with their team. It's like it's one team that's functioning together to make sure that the school as a organization is moving, in a right direction.
Yeah, there are no options. As a matter of fact, the very meaning of the term team, together everyone achieves more. That's a very good example of illustration for the participative leadership. In participative leadership, either you succeed together or you sink together, right? There is no question of one being a winner and the other being a failure in a participative leadership. That helps in what you call developing more leaders. A good leadership is one where you generate more leaders. And in a participative leadership, you generate a number of leaders there. I have seen several schools where even people who have been in the lower rank rank of the school have over the years become managers and leaders of the schools over there. So every human being is capable of doing his best given an opportunity. So participative leadership recognizes the human potential, recognizes that everyone is capable of improving and growing with the system. And therefore, I always encourage participative leadership. It is a reflection of trust of one on the other, right? There is a saying that we should trust people so long they prove to be mistrusted. And therefore, participative leadership is an exhibition of a collective trust system, a collective performance system, a collective reflection of the profile of an organizational thought architecture.
Yes, so I think with this, I'm sure that the school systems are at the right hands where we have beautiful leaders making sure that the school runs well. Thank you so much for helping us with this topic. Dear teachers, if you've experienced participative leadership in your careers or seen schools doing it, we would love to hear from you. Do leave us a comment. Stay tuned for more.